all of those details. So numbers and quarter-on-quarter numbers are a little soft, but that's a one-off, as Mr. Gujral explained. And then there is this acquisition as well. Now, Maruti sold a total of 1.81 lakh units in the month of July. In the domestic market, it retailed 1.5 lakh units, while exported 22,200 units. UV segment witnessed a growth of 166% in the month of July. My colleague Parikshit Luthra caught up with Shashank Srivastava, Executive Officer at Marketing and Sales at Maruti, and began by asking him how SUV segment helped Maruti to post more than 1.8 lakh units in the month of July, and whether this trend can continue. Listen in.
UV performance has been really good, as you just pointed out. And to simplify, UVs can be broken down into two parts. One is the MPV segment, where we have the Ertiga XL6, and the SUV segment, where we have four vehicles, the Brezza, the Vitara, Jimny, and the Fronx. So the MPV segment has seen a sudden spurt, largely because we've been able to get a good production in the month of July because of the semiconductor components better availability. There was always a demand in that segment, and we had, as we had been discussing, a long waiting period for our XL6 and the Ertiga. So it was a very good month in that sense from a production point of view, and that's why you see a large jump in the MPV segment. In the SUV segment, both the availability and the introduction of all the four models, which are now in full swing, I would say, the Fronx and the Jimny, which started in the last 2 months, the Brezza, for which there was an increased production, and the Vitara, we were able to become actually the number one SUV maker in the month of July. We had about 42,600 vehicle sale. The next manufacturer had about, I think, 36,000. And hopefully, going from here, we will try to achieve on a cumulative basis also our objective of being number one in SUVs.
All right. So you're saying that you became number one in SUV sales in the month of July. Give us a sense of how you would increase production. For example, in wholesale, you sold about 62,000 utility vehicles. The production in the month of July was 54,788. How do you expect this production to go up in the next few months? And what is the order book that you have currently?
So currently the order book is about 3,35,000. And yes, as we discussed, Parikshit, that the semiconductor issue seems to have got better. And while we lost about 28,000 vehicles in production in the Q1, but July, we were able to go full swing. Hopefully, going forward, this trend will continue, and we will be able to reduce the waiting periods and increase our volumes.
Also, the contraction that we have seen in passenger car sales, especially that of the Alto, the Espresso, the Baleno, Celerio, Desire, Ignis, Swift, Taurus, Wagoner, there's been a 27% contraction in passenger car sales. Is this something that you're concerned about?
Actually, much of this, the decline that you see is largely because of the Alto. Because, when you compare it with last year's figure, we had the Alto 800, which we had discontinued. We have introduced the Alto K10, which was also there in a small number last year. But we have not been able to fully make up those numbers that we lost in Alto 800 with the Alto K10. In fact, Alto 800 numbers used to be in that 15,000 range. So that is what we are trying to do, although admittedly the Alto K10 price point is significantly higher than what Alto 800 used to be.
Well, that's the Maruti management. We'll take a quick commercial break here, but on the other side, Devin Choksi of KR Choksi will be joining in to discuss some stocks, results, and themes he likes to bet on. Stay with us.